Hey, this is a it'll be Plat. Either high gold or like low to mid Plat monkey. Um, Previously played a lot of Tracer and Zenyatta. You said you kind of swap around on roles. So monkey's a pretty good tank to be doing that. If you're not like super familiar with the tank rolling, but you want to play tank, monkey is great for that. Just because he's not super mechanically intensive. He's almost strictly like game sense based. I mean, like, game sense is like a really broad term. Every character requires a lot of different kinds of game sense, but it's more so that monkey doesn't have to aim, and his cooldowns, except for his bubble at a high level, are relatively simple. Like here. So I think there was no purpose to use both of your cooldowns there. Since you have limited resources, you have to be more intentional about how you use them, and you have to be even more intentional with bubble than you do have to with jump. We walked out here, and we jumped all the way up and over. I mean, it just feels like we're not really sure what we're jumping at. We're just kind of jumping to jump. Yeah, let's see here. So we just get our bubble back from spawn. We make this jump, drop down onto main, but we don't have information. We don't know if this jump is actually going to do anything for us. And then we drop a bubble, which is, look at that, man. That's a 12-second cooldown. Like that's no joke. And if you don't have bubble, you're actually one of the worst tanks in the game. Like, he's one of the best heroes with bubble, one of the worst heroes without. If you were right on top of these guys and you got, she was starting to build beam and he maybe got a headshot on you and like a damage drone came flying at you, then I would say, okay, that's fair bubble. But you're full HP. You have a mercy pocket. You're not actually engaging in the fight here. Now, let's say we screwed up the jump. Okay, whatever, right? We thought people were going to land here and we didn't. That's fine. Don't react by popping bubble. Just kite. Just walk over here, walk tight to it, start to put some pressure down here. Don't waste your big cooldown. And now we walk up. See, we walk up and we have no resources. And then they build beam and there's matrix and Zen 2 clips you get sucked by Mora. You're gonna get destroyed, even with the mercy pocket. I wouldn't be surprised if you died here. Do we? Maybe not. All right, okay, we get bubble and the health back. Just a little bit of lack of map knowledge, but yeah, we should have. I'm genuinely. No, we died. Yeah, I would be really surprised if we actually won that. And it's a small difference. All you have to do is just walk out. Honestly, you don't got to do the big thing. You don't got to go for the plate. Just sit on cart for a second, see what's going on, and then go, hey, I can jump on top of that. Oh wow, they're pushing up in our spawn. Oh, I don't see a need to charge there. Honestly, just walk up and hold your R2 button. No need to bubble there, right? Like, almost full HP. We still have our shields. We have Mercy Pocket, and we're in spawn. Jump that. That's where you need to jump. I think if you landed a charged secondary fire and jumped in with a melee, he's out. But that's too late. Now you're jumping in with no bubble and a Mercy Pocket, which is not enough to deal with 4 people shooting at you. Let's see. Zenyatta can be a bit problematic. Zarya a little bit because she has more mobility than you. But you can punch through her matrix, which is kind of a nice perk. That was better. Maybe a little bit more like clear intention on our target. But I like how we jumped there. I don't like that we bubbled there though. There's just no intention with the bubbles. Okay. I like the charge melee thing, but that's really only if you're landing. Like this person, you can just hold your primary fire. Good jump. I like this. Honestly, you have a single isolated target. There's not multiple people looking at you. You just took out one target. You're chilling in their backlines. You're full HP. Just jump on them. I can sit here and beat the bubble thing to death, but I like this jump. Yeah, I think we do a little too much with the melees. Like just use your primary fire. And then when they get low, hit them with the melee. The only other scenario where you might is, like I said, if you're charging a secondary fire and you're landing on them with a melee cancel. Or I guess if you want to like break their shield maybe. But that's maybe not even in that scenario. Jump up in primal. Yeah, I guess. I feel like, yeah. Like even there, if we're gonna die, we could primal. Honestly, like I think maybe if we were in like high diamond or masters, I would be a little more. I might not suggest to do your primal there, but honestly, just do it. You know, get in there and kill stuff. But if anything, it's great as a get out of jail free card. Play really aggressive, and then the second you get low HP, just pop your primal and then go for round 2. See, there's like, I think we just need to get used to walking and gathering information. Because we walk out here, we see nothing, and we still jump. But now when we jump, we could be landing into a disadvantageous position. Look at this. We're right in the middle. We have no cover, and we have very little information. And then what if we just walked up and then we saw D.Va jump up there and we landed on her? Free kill. Yeah, nice. Be careful here. You have your team with you. You're looking in free. We have primal. I think we could have held on to primal for longer, but I don't mind primaling there at all. I like that we're using our short hops. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think also if you look down, you get a slightly shorter jump. Going back to point here. Interesting. Genji did just kill 2. You have one person pushing cart. That one person is not a support. I think I don't mind. I don't mind you jumping back to cart, do a little reset, and then get back in there. Absolutely. That is a bubble that I'm okay with that bubble, right? Because you were actively being pressured, and you didn't just pop it immediately. The only time you immediately pop bubble is if you know, like, a really heavy cooldown, nice follow-up, is if a really, like, big cooldown or something that can really hurt you is going to pop off. Like, if I'm jumping into Ramatra's backline and Ramatra can turn around and fist me right away, no pun intended, yeah, like, that's just, it's not worth it, right? That's when we're going to bubble right away, or we're going to bait out his punch. But here, what do you see that would do that? I think maybe full charge beam, that's a bit of a problem. 5 orb, that's a problem. That's about it. I guess you could, an argument could be made for damage orb, but it's kind of small. So you want to look at the amount of tension on you? This is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't mind it because you're just like living in their backline and you have access to a health pack. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that bubble. I think it's okay.
Thank you.
You can grab a health pack there. So I really like this engage on paper. There's just a few issues with it. Like the idea that we take our health pack though, we get our little bit of healing, and then we rotate around and we jump backline. But there's a few flaws to this. Number one, we are not full HP. We don't have our not full HP, but we don't have our shields back. When we did, I think we could have very easily just stayed here and let the Mercy give us a little bit more attention. Even just for like a half a second, we could have jumped onto this health pack and then just kind of like poked here for a second. But besides that, we don't have that much HP. Our team isn't here. I will kind of, your team's like fighting, yeah, they're 4v1ing a Genji. Like, that's kind of stupid. But at the same time, if your team does something dumb like that, you got to play with them. Because there were plenty of mid-fight opportunities for us to make it here. And there is still, if your team wants to play back like this, you can still get a good amount of value by doing this. And then maybe catching Genji for a little bit, but ultimately doing something like this and then staging your next dive. Because now we jump down here, we don't have bubble. We don't get bubble in time, and then we die. It's like, yeah, okay, because everybody's going to be looking at you. There's nowhere else for them to look, really. This is why I say Monkey isn't, like, almost none of your mechanics really matter. I mean, being able to hit the, being able to hit your secondary fire shots, charging your secondary fire shots with your jumps, and hitting your melees, that's all nice, but this is, it really comes down to how are you using your cooldowns, what targets are you diving, and how are you saving. This is okay. Okay, so target priority. Let's see, we have a Tracer, actually not the greatest target for Monkey because she can get out of your, she can get out of your range so easily. Moira, I think that's an okay one. She does have Fade, but you can probably force it. Baby D.Va's okay, I guess. I think, like, if you had to pick of the litter here, probably look at D.Va or Moira. Hey, look, we get the pick though. I don't know why I'm looking. I don't know why I'm looking at Mercy POV. My bad.
Heroes never die.
Okay. Yeah, like honestly, why are we charging there? Just shoot. Charging is more of like a. It's okay. So charging is more like if you're in a range scenario. Like if you were poking them from this corner, then I would say absolutely charge your shots and then set up for your jump. Or when you're landing, like I said a couple times already with the you jump melee secondary fire. But over here, just shoot because it takes too long to charge up and you're actually dealing less damage over time. I think we just biffed the jump a little bit here. Let me take a look. So yeah, the issue is that we are actively backing up into the enemy team when there's a lot of pressure on us, and that stops us from making the only reasonable escape here, which is probably going to high ground and catching this health pack. Or sorry, no, that would not be the play. That would put you deeper in lines. Okay, I know we talked about it for a little bit. I understand your frustration. I totally get where you're coming from. Like this is absurd. You are literally doing everything right now. Like a little bit of credit to your mercy pocket, but like holy. So I feel your pain. You know, I see why you were complaining about it. But at the same time, you can absolutely win these fights. You can absolutely win these fights while your team's sitting 3 on cart. You know, people have climbed out of bronze with Monkey. People have climbed out of gold, plat, every rank you can think of. They've done it with Monkey. And the way you do it is, I mean, quite frankly, you have to carry here. But you got to be really smart about it. So, like a small difference here is you could have lived and you got massive value while your team does nothing. You sit here, instead of backing up into them, you back away, and then you jump up here. And then what does this do? It gives you line of sight to your Ana, so that you can then get healed, so that you can jump right back in, and then, you know, your stupid DPS can sit on cart while you do everything. But no, I got that pretty much summed it up there. It's, you know, you can absolutely win these fights. I know it looks bad, because it is bad, but you can win these. It's just you gotta be even more on top of your game. I like that. waiting for the mercy. What a respectful monkey. Okay, so a little bit of a change here. This is a problem. This is a counter to you, or one of the counters, right? So how do we deal with the counter? Because the answer, at least in my opinion, in comp, the answer is very rarely to swap. So Monkey doesn't play very well into Bastion because Turret deletes his bubble and can delete him, you know, in the blink of an eye, right? You literally can't jump Bastion under the condition that he has his turret form. So right now would be a completely acceptable time to jump Monkey. When you just have to be very careful about when he has it and when he doesn't have it. So that's a good jump. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I think maybe we could have done it a little bit later, but that was like solid jump, put in good value. I like it. Another thing we could do, if you wanted to be a little bit creative about it, you do lose the damage, but you can jump up here and you can start to poke at people. I doubt you'll be able to hit them with your primary fire. Maybe if you're like over here and they're starting to walk up, but that might be a little much even. And what that does is it forces their attention to look up for a second, and then you can stage. Sorry, this is your staging. You stage up here so that you can drop down on them when you have jump again. So you drop down. You jump, you drop down, you deal damage, you pop your bubble, you sit there for as long as you can, and then you either have the option of committing another jump to get some extra burst damage, or to jump away. It's just kind of a box jump. It's okay. Alright, normally I'd be like, yeah, honestly, not the greatest bubble, but I think it's better than they were earlier in the game. Oh, this is no, right? You had the advantage, and you're like, ooh, I want to play into it, but nobody's here. Everybody's looking at the tracer. But even so, I think we could still do some crazy stuff here, but just take cover. Just poke at him for a second. Don't even poke at him. Take cover. If D.Va doesn't fly up here, you can probably hit this health pack, but honestly, just start walking back. Walk back, and then do one of these jumps. Land up here, and then just sit and wait for your supports to come back. Where's your Ana? No, your Ana's fighting here. Yeah. So you could also jump on. You could jump on your on the tracer here. You could peel, and that way you would get heals. It was just committing when you didn't have anybody with you, and when you didn't have any resources. Like you were already low when you did that. Ooh, 38 monkey. Ooh, kind of getting up there.
Closer than I was, but I could use some help.
I actually don't mind this. I think this is an interesting idea. Where is this? This is more so just kind of like out of blind curiosity. She's just setting up left. See how did she wait for you to? I don't know if she waited for you to jump, but she didn't like directly attack you. That's just something you could. That's something you could consider is like what targets you want to jump and what targets you don't want to jump. Like I don't want to be on Bastion when he has turret form, so I could look at him and wait for it and then jump on somebody else while he's doing it or something like that. Yeah. It's important to fight squishies most of the time with Monkey though. Oh, this is so. Oh, we don't even know where we're looking. But you know what? It's not bad. I actually don't mind that one. Oh, unfortunate, we got pulsed. I think the issue goes back to taking the fight with the D.Va there. Actually, I would say. Oh, I go back a little farther here. I think when we're faced with the option here, one, I think we should just walk up farther. I think we should just get on cart. We should chill for a sec. And then we should look at trying to get this Bastion to turret form, right? Just poke at him a little bit, be annoying, and make him think he can do something. And then maybe we jump out, maybe we don't. Yeah, maybe we do that and then jump onto high ground. Or we just jump right on the Zen and pop bubble, but then you know for sure that he's gonna, turret form that and just tear your bubble in half. Because like you're not getting the kill here. And I mean, if you do recall, I said Monkey's not about getting killed. Because he simply doesn't have enough damage. Which means you're also going to get the most effective damage out of fighting people with lower HP bars. Did we get the picture? Yeah, we did. Nice, and then we just get pulsed. Okay, that's whatever. I like that, though. I like that. Let me see here. I'm still not sure about the D.Va matchup. Like, you can put a little bit more pressure on her.
Nano boost administered.
She can chase you pretty easily though. I feel like that's any issue. As long as you're not like actively fighting her, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Like that jump, like we're not gonna land that jump. It's just not gonna happen. And we want to maximize the amount of damage that we get out of our jumps because we don't deal that much damage. Just walk up. Just walk up, get into range, and then also if you look up, you jump farther. And then look at this. See, we get caught in a sticky situation, and we're probably gonna die here. Wow, we're not gonna die here. Okay. They decided to stop looking at you. Should have died there. But it's a small difference. You know, you just walked empty. Like right there. Instead of charging, just shoot them. Still there too. Like these are just unnecessary charge fires. Okay, so honestly, my biggest like pet peeve with this is committing when we don't have resources and wasting our bubble. So every time you jump, before you jump, just look, do I have HP? Do I have my bubble? And then you can look at, this one's a little bit harder because you can't really ask yourself questions mid-fight. Like it's just moving too fast. But you can say, you can look at your games after, or you can just kind of think about the game, like when you're taking like breaks between games, and just be like, how are my bubbles overall? Was I spending too much time on the bubbles? Was I like unnecessarily trading bubble for turret form or something like that? And then the more you review that process, the better it'll be. But as a general rule of thumb, if you're getting looked at by multiple people that have cooldowns, you don't want to pop your bubble. You want to try to delay using bubble as much as possible because it is your most valuable resource.
Does everyone know the plan?
I mean, besides jump, but that's kind of different. This mobility. It's not necessarily like a utility. Okay, so we're staging up here. Sure. Let's see what you do with it. Do we? Can you stage up here? Like this is. I mean, this is completely stupid. Maybe you use it though. I wonder now. I'm not sure, but I think we just hide here, and then we let cart pass like a while, and then the second D.Va jumps up on somebody, we just hit their backline. That might be a little crazy though. I don't know.
Winston, you know want to join you later.
We could
4, 3, 2,
do a little thing
1.
like this. You can hide under the stairs. That's a little bit less crazy, but I guess it's kind of the exact same thing as hiding on the roof. Hiding on the roof is probably better. We could do something like this, and then we could just let them walk up, or we just sit and poke. I don't know.
Attackers incoming.
Just giving you some options to work with. Okay, once again, just no information. I mean, we know, okay, somebody's going to be on cart, but honestly, they could have sat here for a sec. Like, you don't, like, it's unlikely, sure, but you don't know. They might. And what if that was what if that was a Bastion instead of a Zenyatta? He's just going to pop through for me to obliterate you. Alright. Echo follows up, though. Look at that. DPS don't always sell. Nice. Nice. I don't know about that jump. But I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Sure. Honestly, no, that was kind of funny. Just sitting there poke her and like literally nobody looks at you. You do have an advantage against the Genji, so it's important to try and not peel necessarily, but counter dive. I guess you could call peeling. Yeah, jump that. Jump. Oh, you just botch it. Yeah, you want to get used to looking up with your jumps. Because the higher up you look, not the farther you go, but the higher you go. So if you throw in a jump, if you jump and then do your actual like cooldown jump and you look up, you can get some pretty good distance. Oh, that's a good dive. That's a good dive right there. Right, we got a low HP target. Bubble, yeah, we don't have it. Okay, you're getting that kill. Unless they pop Suzu. And even then, that might be a good trade. I just like we see an opportunity and we take it. But like an actual opportunity. Oh, there it is. Now, luckily, Bastion didn't hit too many of his shots there, but look at that. He destroys your level. Forces you out immediately. Just jump. Just jump. This is like the final stand. I respect it. Going for the mega. Oh, man, if you live here. And then you could jump up onto the roof. What a play. No! Wait, hold up. Okay, crazy theory, but if you hide here, I think they just ignore you. They were giving up. Look at these POVs. He jumps away. Oh, no, he looks. Okay, maybe if we hide behind the corner, but D.Va is definitely done with you. She sees that, she's like, okay, goodbye. Does not care. I'm just saying there's potential. There is potential. How do we live this long? This is insane. There's another health pack there too. Wait, there's another. Oh no! What a crazy play.
It's never too late to try again.
Alright.
My ultimate is charging.
Even that jump over. Like, we could just walk and then we could jump down. There's Bastion turret form. I don't know. Do we? I think we popped Bubble. Okay. If we popped Bubble in response to the Bastion turret, I like that there's a thought process. If we popped Bubble because Zenyatta was looking at us, I don't like that. Even then, like, he's just gonna destroy your bubble anyways. He's just gonna delete it. Okay, we forced trans. That's good. That's good. While you're reloading, don't look this way. Look this way. It's a small thing. It is kind of a small thing. But being able to kite back here and go, hey, what's going on? Or look here and then look here, will give you the ability to gather information, which will allow you to make a more informed dive. Nice. Behind you. Bastion no turret form. Hit a short jump. Okay. So if you walk backwards and then you jump at the same time, you'll get a short jump, which admittedly doesn't have much distance at all, but it gives you the burst damage that you need. And you were going to get bubble back really quickly. I think you would have killed him there. Oof, oof. Oh, we got the primal though. Okay, okay. I see you. Right, take out the target that's most likely to kill you. And then, oh, we're going all in. Oh, don't charge, dude. Look at this. I bet on my life, you kill Kyrian Zen. You kill Kyrian Zen if you don't charge.
That's better.
Yeah, see, like, you don't run the risk of missing too when you charge. Like, charge damage at that risk, charge damage at that range is an inherent risk.
Washed away.
Countdown
Yeah, hit a
to
little
defensive
short jump over here.
victory
I
initiated.
like this though. I like the kiting around and looking for squishy targets to jump. But we're a little bit late to it. But honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Good. I don't mind a bubble there. Jump, jump. Okay, so you could. I mean, this is like okay, like last 10 seconds, right? We're gonna fight this. I think if you just jump like as high up in the air as you can, and then you land behind the bastion, and you kind of like play around this wall and this pillar, you might be able to do something. I mean, it's kind of lost, but just like sitting there and fighting it is you're dead for sure. At the end of the day, I don't think it would matter all that much though. Stage on the high ground. Yes, great. So this is actually a really powerful part of the map. I very rarely see people utilize this corner in particular. Seeing this, letting the enemy team pass, and once they're done looking at you, just hitting them with a right when their backs are when their backs are to you and they're looking over here. Huge value. That also applies to. You could play Zenyatta here, honestly. It might be kind of a crazy play, but if you trust yourself to hit your shots and Diva's like out of sight, just 5-warp somebody and walk away.
Dusting off.
Yeah, I guess. You got your Echo behind you, a little bit of follow-up, but Bastion turret form. Right, it's kind of it's the issue with the first few dives when we were on defense. No, when we were on, that was on attack. What am I thinking? Everybody's looking at you here because your team they're walking back from spawn, pretty much. And Moira ledged herself. I see what you're talking about, your teammates, man. I understand the struggle. Oh, okay. This is a little bit wild. This is some madman stuff. I can't lie. But if we kill that, no, just shoot him. There we go. I'm about ready to tell this man to disable his secondary fire. Nice, yeah. This is some true monkey gameplay. Oh yeah, just get on him. Don't let him get away. Oh, we flubbed the jump, and now we're dead. Oh well. So I think we can both agree that was a little bit of a hard commit. But that was actually just a mechanical mistake because we had bubble. Wait, we had bubble, right? I'm not being dumb. We had bubble. Yeah, I think if you jump directly on him, and then you bubble, and then you use that bubble to walk through here, and then hopefully you don't die here. If D.Va decides to jump you, though, you might be cooked, and then home sweet home, something like that. It's just a little deep, and we screwed the jump. But I like the aggression. I very much respect the aggression.
I feel great.
How are we alive? This is some Tracer style Winston gameplay.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh my god. And it works. Okay. Force teleport, good. Jump. We're charging secondary fire on main when we could be up here. Now, admittedly, the Genji might still kill us, but there's a health pack. That was weird. Right? I wonder if that audio transferred through the video. It was like distorted in slow-mo. Jumping primal. Sure. Yeah, I think we're not really controlling our jumps here. Gotta work on the short jumps. Okay, so I would say the most important things to me if I had to like order them, number one is your bubbles. Do not waste your bubble. And I mean, you're inevitably going to waste bubbles. At every rank, people waste bubbles. But you want to do your best to evaluate your bubbles, determine if a bubble was necessary there, and then also track cooldowns that could destroy your bubble very easily, like turret form. What else is there? Fully charged sim beam. If there's a Cassidy around, if there's a Reaper around, that sort of thing can destroy your bubble really fast. And you just have to be cautious of those things and see if you can place your bubble more carefully. Second biggest thing is primary fire, not secondary fire. There is a time and a place for secondary fire, and that is if you are playing at a medium to long range. Shouldn't really be playing at a long range on Monkey though. Or if you are using it, if you are charging it mid jump and then immediately switching to primary fire or meleeing. That's it. Other than that, you just need to keep the shocks on. Other thing is, am I the only one fighting right now? If nobody else is fighting, then you're almost definitely going to die. And then kind of like a bonus one is the jumps. If you look up, you jump higher. If you walk back, you don't jump nearly as far or nearly as high. You can also just look directly up, and then you can get a vertical jump, which might be okay for surviving. That is all I got for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for sending in the